I want my children to continue learning throughout their life.
I want them to try new things, to not be afraid.
And they have to look for the things they really want to do. But the school is important because they lay out these options for people to choose and learn.
So we're talking about what learning and life means at NIS. It starts by getting a culture of puzzling. Because unless you really think critically, you're never going to understand the world. And so we want kids to inquire.
It's been really interesting here that my boys have developed a more inquisitive mind.
I noticed that he began to question like, why would you think like this?
She's asking a lot more questions at home, a lot more questions after she's read something.
I can see that he's moving his horizon further and further.
They've gone from absorbing information to actually questioning answers and trying to take their learning to a different level.
What we find is that when kids start puzzling and wondering and questioning, they actually start to get inspired.
At school, we spoke about not wasting all of the food people throw away. So we came up with the idea to get chickens, and then we worked on it for the whole year. When they finally came, it was like Christmas Day. It was really, really awesome. Because they've grown so much, they eat a lot more, and they've even started laying eggs. It's something that's really stayed with me because I was learning about how people don't have proper food, and then it's just sad that we're wasting all of it, and having the chickens eating that and then getting the eggs so we can raise money, that's really been important through my years at NIS.
And as they do that, and as they step outside of the walls of the classroom, and as they start to think about how they see themselves in the world, they start to understand themselves and impact their communities.
At NIS, I've been in a club called Habitat for Humanity for 4 years now. 2 years ago, I went to Sri Lanka. One of the homeowners that we built a house for had actually gone through this war that had occurred a decade back or so. She welcomed us in, these foreigners, these people that she's never seen before, despite all the hardships that she's been through in the past. I mean, she cried when we left, which really, showed us how much of an impact we could make.
And so what can we give you? We're talking here about creating an individual. And when they graduate, they're headed off into the world to make you proud and make us proud, but most importantly, make themselves proud because they've got that autonomy and that purpose.
We had a book swap. All the books we collect, we're going to donate it to the Room to Read organization because we can make their lives even better.
As bilingual students, we're able to help them promote service dogs in languages other than Japanese to kind of spread awareness.
What our club does is we go to the orphanage to just be good company with the kids.
Learning at NIS is all about the journey from the classroom, puzzling and wondering, through to actually making a difference in the world. And so through these three words, inquire, inspire, impact, it's a really simple but really profound blueprint for what we really want to happen every day for every kid.
Through inquiry, I get closer to my children because we're investigating these questions that they have together.
In the future, I think she might be a great screenwriter. She has a journal, and all of a sudden she's starting to write, which she's never done before.
Every year I see how my children are growing. As a parent, I'm very excited to see where they get and how far they can go. Inquire, inspire, impact. Inquire,
Inspire, impact.
Inquire, inspire, impact.